And we're live.
What is
Welcome
going on?
back. A new episode of the wonderful podcast. Everyone's
I was
super
about
excited.
to go over you and say what's going on, Pineapple Squad, but you just totally destroyed me.
Pineapple
I'm
Squad?
disappointed. Yep.
Since when did we become the Pineapple Squad? That's a great name.
I don't know. I just felt like saying it.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll buy it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got quite a few topics here. We were planning to do this like the other day.
I wonder
And
what
we've gotten a
happened.
lot more interesting stuff going on here now. So
So it's kind of
yeah.
good that we waited.
Yeah. So first up, actually, there's more that I can add. We have more information on Disney CMF, so we'll do that quick to get it over with. There's not a ton, but a couple cool things to learn. First off, box distribution has been revealed. There are 4 each of these characters, which I think they actually selected the ones that are 4 each pretty well, and then 3 each, and then Huey, Dewey, and Louie are only 2 each, so you will only get 2 full sets per box, which is kind of a little disappointing. But I think they've distributed this in the way that will, the most popular characters these are the ones that are definitely going to be most sought after. I think, and I think Huey, Dewey, and Louie were, if they were all equally common, I think these would probably be the 3 least popular. So
Yeah, the distribution has done quite well. Though I wish they still would have had kind of like a Chase minifig because the last couple of series they've been doing the Chase minifigs
I mean,
and other than well actually that's a lot. The Lego Movie Series 2 didn't
yeah,
have the Chase minifigs. But like, Harry Potter had a Chase minifig, Series 18 had a Chase minifig. I actually do enjoy when they limit them to 1 per box because then you want them, even if they're not a
yeah,
good minifig. Because let's say the police, right? If the police was not
yeah.
limited 1 per box, nobody would want the police.
I
They'd
mean,
just be
I'd
like,
still want
okay,
him
it's
to
an
complete
okay
the series,
minifig.
but that's it. But I I do think that with Disney in particular, like the first series, the entire set was hard to find for the longest time. I feel like 2 each is still going to be very much a chase figure in this series
Well,
for
yeah,
the
these
first
sets
month or
are
so at
these are gonna
least.
sell like crazy. So
Yeah. So I feel like this would definitely have been by far the most frustrating of the chase, like most frustrating series to have a chase figure in. So I'm kind of glad they don't here. But I would like to see them return to it when they get back to Series 19 in the fall. I'd like to see a chase figure.
I think what they should have done, right? They should have had 1 rare minifig, like kind of do like what they did with Mr. Gold. Only 5,000 made. Disney fans would go crazy. Lego fans would go crazy. You would not see these on store shelves. Like you would
Yeah,
have to be like the first person in the store to acquire even any of these Disney minifigs because that's kind of what happened with Series 10. Or people would just keep buying cases of them, return the whole case if they found a Mr. Gold, and then return everything else. They'd keep
yeah.
doing that. And, unless you were onto it, like me, who found 3 Mr. Golds, um, sorry, not a weird flex, but literally, unless you're going to like 8 stores a day, every single day for like 4 months, you really didn't have any luck. So I would love if they did something like that. I would totally do this series, and this is a series I want to do. If they ever do something like another like 5,000 release, I want to make like a series where I go to all these different stores in different states trying to find that rare minifig. And I feel like it'd be a really cool vlog series.
Yeah. The one thing on this box distribution, I think Hercules is going to be one of the more sought after figures in the long run because I've seen people that want to get it for just the armor prints on the torso and legs. So I feel
Yeah.
like he's the only one that I would maybe bump to a 4 each, but maybe swap Hades and Hercules. I don't know.
What's Elsa's distribution?
Anna and Elsa are both 4 each.
Okay, I feel like those are gonna sell like crazy, especially
Yeah,
with Frozen 2 coming out pretty soon, right? I think it
yeah.
comes out soon.
I feel like Frozone's going to be really popular, and Scrooge and maybe Chippendale. I I don't know. I feel like Sally and Jack Skellington are kind of the average ones, so I would definitely put them with average. Jafar and Jasmine too.
I feel like Jafar and Jasmine are going to sell really well, especially with the
Oh,
new action movie coming out. Because if you saw the trailer for that, that kind of threw me a curveball. Because every time they do live action movies on these Disney like cartoons, they don't look good. This actually
yeah.
looked really good.
The only one I've seen and actually thought was really good after seeing it was Christopher Robin, the Winnie the Pooh live action one. I thought that was a good movie, but the other ones I haven't liked. And the trailers for Aladdin here don't look great to me, at least. I don't
Really,
know.
I thought I was kind of surprised, especially after seeing that um, Will Smith genie, which was hideous.
Yeah.
Um, that kind of I'm like, this is gonna suck, and then after seeing the trailer, it kind of changed my mind.
There's no way this can live up to the original.
Yeah, I feel like they never do, but I feel like it's gonna be good.
I feel like maybe it's because I haven't seen Winnie the Pooh in a long time, but I feel like Christopher Robin did live up to the original. So I'd recommend that if you haven't seen it. Or anybody in the chat would recommend. And I believe there
Do we have an image of like the boxes?
of
So
the
we can kind of
boxes.
cover that, like
Oh yeah, we have to cover the packaging too.
yeah.
Let me screen share here. This is the right one. Start screen share. Look at that, you can see now. So here's the box distribution we got here. We got 4 each of these guys, 3 each of those, and 2 each of Huey, Dewey, and Louie. And this is what the insert looks like if you were curious. It's folded the same way as the Lego Movie 2 series, which I like the old style of folding leaflets, but whatever, it's not a big deal to me. They do, I think, in their review of the series, they have an image of the box. I could be wrong.
I'm pretty sure though that they don't have the full review out right now.
Yeah, they only have the first part. Also, notice this is something we couldn't see before. Scrooge's tail is actually just printed around the front, and the back is white as normal. It's definitely not dual molding. It's just printing, but it's cool to notice.
Wait, you used to say tail? It looks like he actually has a tail piece.
Yeah, he does. He has a tail piece.
Oh, okay. I thought you just said that its tail is printed. I'm
No,
pretty sure
no.
that's what you
The sides of
oh,
the
it's sidearm
tail
printing.
insert are print.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also the hats of Huey, Dewey, and Louie are removable, which is cool.
Yeah, I assume that.
I mean, I assumed that was true for Scrooge, but I didn't know with these ones. Maybe they just dual molded it. I figured more likely removable, but it's nice to know for sure. And but it does not look like they have a picture of the actual box.
The thing that really threw me a curveball was that that these ducks had tails. I didn't even see, like, if you're looking at them from the front perspective from the photos that Lego released, you really wouldn't think the ducks had tails.
I mean,
But they do have duck tails.
Yeah, they do.
Good fun.
No, I think there was a little bit of discussion on Scrooge in particular, but I think it's less obvious with the 3 smaller ones, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. But I had seen some people talking about the tail on Scrooge and how it was blue from the front. People were
Yeah, see, I couldn't tell. I really couldn't. Usually, I feel like most of the time I can tell, but it just didn't look like it. There was tails for me, so.
Yeah. And then packaging. Do we have an image of that?
There should be some on BrickSet, or if they're not on BrickSet, then shoot, BrickFan.
Wait, that is not the right. This is what I'm looking for. I need to click this one. Let's look under subtheme. Here we go. Random bag. So you have thoughts about the packaging?
What's up?
You have thoughts about the packaging, right?
I do. I don't like it.
What about it don't you like?
I just don't like the color scheme. And yeah, I know Disney, the whole blue color scheme, I guess, kind of correlates with Disney. The thing is, the coloring just looks faded and cheap. And the blue, when you have 3 blue sorry.
I think you have to wait until you see it in person to decide whether it looks faded. That could just be the image here.
But if you're looking, okay, so you have 4 characters in that shot alone that have blue on them. So that kind of washes out. The thing is, in these most series packets, when you have, let's say you had an orange packet, you're not going to have really a character with orange on the packet of the front of it. At least most of the time you don't. Or they'll have very little orange. Right now in this case, with all the blue kind of integrated together. It looks really washed out. Nothing really sticks out on the packaging. Obviously, these are going to sell well. These are cool, this and that. But I don't think they're going to sell well because of the. Well, what am I saying?
I think
They
they'll
will sell well. They just
regardless.
don't look appealing because of all the blue. Because look, Hades fades a little bit. Elsa's fading. Scrooge is fading. Like if you're looking at the packet, you know who sticks out? The duck, the red duck. I can't remember his name. And
Huey,
then
right? I think
yeah,
that's Huey.
him. And then uh
Mickey and Minnie
Chip
stand out,
or
and Chip.
Dale. I mean, I feel like the black and white they kind of fade into the thing too. Like this packet is not appealing in any way. Like the series, great series, love the series. The packaging is horrible. I feel like they should have used either a darker blue
So,
and maybe added some stars
like,
to it, or fairy
this is the
dust or
Disney Series
whatever.
1 bag.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? What
Maybe
they
they
did
should
with
have just.
that?
They should have gone with the same blue, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. It's darker, and even though there is some blue, it sticks out more because the other ones are lighter compared to the background is darker, so it still sticks out. This one they just kind of wash in together.
They do still have the little white outline around them.
Yeah, but
Except,
it still really doesn't add that much detail. Like
I see what part of the problem is. They don't outline Hades at all. That's a problem. That's why he washes out most of all, I think.
I personally think they should have just put some other characters on
Right.
the packaging.
Yeah,
Like you could have.
if they put both Chip and Dale, because those pop out really well. Maybe if they could have put Jack or Sally.
Yeah, and in this case too, I would have actually went with all the ducks on the front of the packaging because they do have like a different like array of color. So putting them all together.
Maybe they should have kept
thing,
the blue one. I think that's Louis. Maybe they should have kept him off.
yeah, but it's like
Green one.
I feel like this is kind of a simple solution and a kind of a fail when it comes to packaging.
Yeah,
like obviously the series is still amazing.
I feel like they probably tried to put the more popular characters on here, which in that case, Hades and Hercules are a little confusing. But I do feel like they had to put Minnie and Mickey or Mickey and Minnie on there.
Yeah, they obviously would do that because Minnie and Mickey, they're kind of the face of Disney. I feel like Mickey is, but Minnie is like, hey, you're my girl, so I'll put you up there too.
Yeah, I think the best thing they could have done is swap Elsa for like the green duck, or maybe swap Hades for the green duck and swap Dale in for Elsa. Like obviously, or swap Jack in for Elsa.
As much as I don't like, admitting this, right? I feel like by removing Elsa, even though it really doesn't stick out, I feel like this series is really dull colored. And by removing Elsa, like Elsa is such a popular character. If any little girl sees the packaging, they will totally buy
like in the center.
Yeah, Elsa, you're right. Elsa should have totally been up front.
Elsa's position with Hercules, I think that would have been better. Because she would have been more in the center between other figures. I think her colors would have popped better.
Yeah, and then you could have put like another character in the back. Yeah, that totally would have worked. And the thing is, like, no matter what, Elsa is such a popular character that the kids are gonna see it, little girls are gonna see it, and instantly want them, no matter what. Because if you've ever been in a store, those little girls go crazy over anything Elsa. And so I feel like Elsa was needed to be on the packaging, even though she kind of does wash out. These kids are going to see this and go, Elsa, Mom, I want it. And they're going to, get that. Or they're going to be disappointed. They're going to be like, Elsa's in this pack. They're going to buy a pack and realize Elsa ain't in there. So that's probably what's going to happen. They're going to have kids cry until they end up getting Elsa.
So for the next topic, do you think that image is safe to show, or should we just talk about it?
For
the Toy Story 4 set?
Oh, yeah, you're safe. It's released in Russia. Right. I mean, I would have got a strike already. If
we're using your video, so don't copyright strike me, all right?
Okay. I mean, it's not my image anyway. Poor guy. It's funny. This poor guy, like, I gave the guy credit and linked his video. This poor guy, literally everybody on Instagram sharing the images like they're their own and not really giving him credit. So
I went and watched a build video because it was cool to see all the parts that are in here. Like these slopes, those are like a new piece, basically, I
Yeah.
think. But this set, he did respond to the comment that I put on his video. He said it's going to be $20 likely, or that's what he's assuming. So
We also have to base this off that he is
yeah,
from Russia, so
yeah.
we don't know how the prices correlate.
We don't know for sure, but I'm assuming what he did was he's like, this is what it costs here. Sets that cost this much, in or in Russia, like in the past, usually cost $20 in the U.S. So I'm assuming that's what he did. Obviously,
Yeah,
not
well, the thing is
confirmed, so
he
take
doesn't
that
know
with a
where
grain
you're
of salt.
from. That's the thing too. So yeah, but I mean, it's probably 20,
Yeah,
25. I doubt it's more than that.
yeah. But at $20, I think this would become my favorite of the Toy Story 4 sets. I don't know. I just think that this looks really good.
Yeah, and
Like,
I think in this case we actually do agree a lot because this is a stellar set. It
yeah,
gives us like a little ramp and the Ring of Fire, some cars to jump over. We get a basic white bike, but I'm pretty sure the white bike isn't really a common color to get for Lego
yeah.
bikes.
Also,
We
we
get
have this new maple leaf piece.
So you know why I said that, right? So I looked at it, I'm like, oh, this looks new. And then I was reading Eurobricks and they said, look, there's a new maple leaf piece. So I immediately just said, oh, okay. So I didn't really look at it again to see it was a circle tile.
Yeah, I see
But
it
I'm
in
like, oh my
Canadian
gosh, that's a cool maple
representation.
leaf piece because when you're just glancing at it, you can't really tell if you're just looking at it
Yeah,
quickly. You're like, okay, this could be a new piece. And then I looked at Eurobricks and everybody's like, it's a new piece. And then I
yeah,
was reading down and people like, dude, what are you talking about? It's not a new piece. And I didn't read that part till after I made the video.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Either way, I think the bike looks good. Like, it's a bike. It's just a bike. There's nothing you can really complain about on it. And I think that getting that print on there, they did that pretty well. The actual build is like, yeah, it's juniorized, so it's simplified, but it doesn't look like Super Juniors. Like,
I really feel
this
like
could
this doesn't
pass.
look like a junior set. In like
Yeah,
reality, like
this could
it
pass the
looks like a
system test.
Chiba Speedor set. It looks like the
Yeah,
Chiba designers were like, hey, let's build this. And it literally is like a straight up replica, in my opinion, a bigger
yeah,
replica of the Ring of Fire from Legends of Chiba.
with some nice new ramp pieces.
Sorry?
The with some nice new slope ramp pieces.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The one thing here that feels a little tiny bit juniory is this print here, this large printed panel. Usually wouldn't get something like that, but I think it's a cool addition, and I'm perfectly happy with it.
I feel like it's going to be relevant to the movie.
I, uh, Here, I'm gonna say one thing. I have decided to quit watching Toy Story 4 trailers and promotional material. I don't want this movie spoiled for me at all. So if they ever show you in the trailers this character, I haven't seen a trailer with him in it. So if they show you who this guy is, they'll probably end up spoiling who he is. And yeah, I don't know.
His name
I'm
is Duke
staying away.
Kaboom.
I know his name is Duke Kaboom. I know that from a while ago,
Yeah.
before I decided to stop watching Toy Story 4 promotional material. But yeah, so
So
if,
here's something that we got to kind of address too. So
yeah,
Brixit has the name as the show by Kadoom Book,
Kaboom
Kadoom
Duke,
Kaboom Duke. Oh my gosh, I can't
Kadoom
even say it.
Book.
It always messes with me. And so a lot of people they're releasing that as their video titles. I did the same. So nobody go after me. I'm innocent.
I'm gonna go after you.
But I'm innocent though. But yeah, I mean, it looks like these Toy Story 4 sets, even though they were saying April, I think these might be released in May in the US.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see when they start to show up.
Because
I feel like May is a more sensible release date, to be honest, because the movie doesn't come out till June, and usually, the sets will come out like a month before the movie. So
the thing is
I feel
that
like May makes sense.
at the Toy Fair, wasn't there signs that said April? Because I'm pretty sure we
Yeah,
looked at this.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we did.
And you said
Like
it came out April. And I know
no,
that, like, literally
I'm
it's
pretty sure
weird.
I'm pretty sure you said April, and I was like, no, they're May, aren't they? And then I went and looked back, and it's like, oh, they're April. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, and so I'm like, okay, this is confusing because if Toy Fair is saying April, then why is this not showing up till May? Now I can totally understand Lego postponing those. Let's say at that time maybe they're like, hey, April, but then realize, well, we got Avengers sets, we got Star Wars sets. Those are really big releases. So did they really want
Yeah.
those to be overshadowed by do we I can't even does Lego want Toy Story to be overshadowed by those sets? Because those will totally overshine the Toy Story 4 sets because there's such big franchises. You got Star Wars, and then you got superheroes, Endgame stuff. So those would have totally overshone the Toy Story 4 sets. And I feel like Lego's like, okay, let's push this back. And same with the Lego Movie 2, because also I was told Lego Movie 2 sets, the second wave or whatever,
Yeah.
was supposed to be released in April. Well, they're not being released in April. So, yeah.
I think the Blu-ray comes out late April, something like that. So I wouldn't have been surprised if they released them alongside the Blu-ray release, but it doesn't appear like that's happening.
All these release dates are really confusing. Like when
Yeah.
they say, hey, it's coming out this time, or like all these, sources are saying they're coming out this time, but they don't. It really makes it confusing. But we do know Toy Story 4 sets are out in Russia and same Far From Home, which is kind of like something that was surprising me because,
Yeah.
yeah, I did not expect that. I really thought they were coming out at like the end of May. Because I think Far From Home releases July.
Yep.
I think, or
And
June.
we're not going to see another Far From Home trailer until after Endgame comes out because apparently it has big Endgame spoilers in the next trailer. So,
Okay. I mean
fun fact.
that's understandable. But the thing is, so by that reasoning, I'm like, okay, this is weird. I mean, cool for people who live in Russia. If anybody who lives in Russia, buy me a plane ticket, or anybody who's watching this who has money, buy me a plane ticket. But it's like, I'm like, dang, this is really cool. Like, I want to go to Russia right now and buy them. The thing is, I would have known they were going to be released in April, that I would have bought more of the Toy Story minifigs to get early because my guy has a lot of them. So, yeah.
I think Duke Kaboom has been leaked too, right? He
Yeah,
was
he
leaked a
has.
while
Yep.
ago. I'm actually very happy with the final figure for him.
They messed up by not printing on his cape.
He has printing on his cape in the movie?
Yeah, if you look at look at the minifig on the box, it looks like he has printing. Somebody pointed that out. One of my
Oh,
subscribers did.
yeah, it's true. I feel like they almost they usually don't print on soft capes, so I feel like maybe they didn't want to give kids in junior sets like a paper cape. I think that would be unprecedented. I feel like that's why they didn't do it because they wanted to make this the soft style cape that's more flexible and easier to put on for kids.
Yeah, and I have no issue with how they did
Yeah.
the cape, but like they totally could have if they wanted to.
I feel like were it a CMF, like for example the Elsa in the CMFs, I feel like they would have printed the cape, but like not here.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah. But next topic that we've got here, unless you have any final thoughts on this?
I like this. I say like out of all the Toy Story 4
Yeah.
sets, so far this is my favorite one. Now we haven't got a set reveal for the one with the little chick that has orange hair.
Yeah, that one, the working title at least is the Adventures of Buzz and Bo Peep on the Playground.
And that is rumored, at least from what I heard, to be a Walmart exclusive.
Okay. All right, that would make sense. Why we haven't seen it yet. The $50 Cars 3 set, that was a Target exclusive, right?
That is correct. Yep.
Okay. So there is a chance that this Walmart exclusive could release later than the rest of the sets. And maybe that's why we
Actually,
haven't seen
wasn't
it
a
yet.
Walmart exclusive? Actually, thinking about that, wasn't it Walmart?
I don't know.
I think it was Walmart actually.
Okay, it was one of the two.
Because I remember going to Walmart and they having it, I think, discounted for almost 50% off. I think.
Oh,
No, actually, you know what it is? Target. I can't even remember. It was one of those places.
it is. Yeah, I don't know. One of the two. I think I bought mine on eBay for like 35-ish or less than that or something when I eventually got it. But yeah, so maybe that the last Toy Story 4 set will just be released later, and that's why you haven't seen it. But that remains to be seen. Next topic, Batman.
Now we have some very
Got
different opinions
several
on
sets.
this.
We've got 6 sets to celebrate the 80th anniversary of Batman.
Na 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 na.
2 of them are juniors.
Batman.
I think I'm gonna scroll all the way down, and we're gonna start with the junior sets because there's not a ton to say about them. We got this Batman versus the Riddler robbery, 59
I'm
pieces.
not seeing any of the images
$10.
displayed on your screen.
Wait, you're not?
Can the chat see it? I can't.
Wait.
Okay, now I can. Now I can.
Okay.
But I don't know if the chat can. Let's see if the chat can see it.
Oh, there we. Yes, the chat can see them.
Okay, perfect.
We're good. All right. But yeah, and my screen had been sharing most of the time, so I guess I don't know. Maybe it just stopped sharing for some reason. Anyway, here we are: Batman versus the Riddler robbery, containing 59 pieces, ages 4+, $9.99, available August 1st. This one is really meh, and I don't really care about it at all.
Now I kind of disagree with you. It's a perfect $10 set. You get a decent looking Batmobile, and Batman, obviously, the Batman looks like the one that appears in the Lego movie, other than with the belt missing.
It's like it's the 2012 version of Batman.
Yeah, so
the original Lego superheroes version. So it's cool they're keeping that around.
Really iconic. So it's that Batman. Nobody cares about that Batman.
Yeah.
The ATM build is garbage, but whatever. It's not made for, I guess, our age group. Riddler looks good though. You can get him in another set, and I like the Batmobile. It's very basic, but it's also very good looking, so I'm a fan of it.
I have a very big problem with the Riddler figure. Golden crowbar. Again, still same golden crowbar from that first set with the Riddler, or the first set with the Flash, and also had the Riddler in it. It's that golden crowbar, and they just introduced a Riddler staff topper piece in the Lego Batman movie sets, but nope. Apparently, they decided that's
maybe they're not trying to mix that stuff, but I feel like a lot of these pieces they created for the Lego Batman movie, they only want for the Lego Batman movie.
But like, that's a very important aspect of the Riddler's design is this staff, and this golden crowbar just does not cut it. Sorry.
I think it looks like a question mark. If you hold it up, it could be like this is a question mark. It's
debatable.
It looks like a question mark. Look at the curvature.
It doesn't really look like a question mark. I don't know.
It looks like a deformed question mark. Does that make you feel better?
Yeah, it looks like a deformed question mark, but it's like they have a better element. I think they should have used the better element. And I think the Batmobile is meh, but like this is fine for $10 junior set, and it's a good way for kids to get Batman. But I have zero interest at all in it.
I like it. I will totally be picking it up. So,
all right. This one I think is worse. The figures are better, but I think overall the set is worse. Like a Batman and the Joker Escape, 171 pieces, ages 4+. So one of the other of the junior sets, $40 US and available August 1st. And yeah.
In this case, I 100% disagree with you. So even though this Arkham build isn't amazing, right?
Obviously, it's not just not amazing, it's bad.
Here's the thing though, right? These kids, they want an Arkham.
Yeah.
For $40, you get an Arkham. Like, it says Arkham Asylum on the front, and you get a little guard tower and this and that. If you can't afford Arkham, like most kids can't, I have Arkham, so this really isn't like a priority for me. I'm still going to get it. The Batcopter, I don't think we've ever got like a mini Batcopter before. I know we've got Batcopters before, but not like in that scale.
Yeah, and the only one I can think of that's close to that scale is the one from the 60s Batcave.
And I feel like that's still a little different. I feel like that's more that's more like the set that the Riddler set that appears in the
Shazam no, that's literally exactly the same build.
Yeah. So looking at that, you get a little Batcopter. I'm cool with that. The Arkham Asylum build, all these kids are going to be happy because they can finally get a little Arkham Asylum, even though you just open the doors and there's probably nothing behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, most likely. I like the build. It's basic. You get that new Harley Quinn. She has the blue, the pink, the blonde hair, which is it's not a new mold, but it's a new coloring for her.
It's a new print.
Yeah. And then Joker, you get his classic face again that we get in all the sets, but you get another Arkham suit. So with that face with the Arkham suit, it's new.
The new Arkham suits are cool. And the Harley Quinn is cool. But I do feel like there's just not enough stuff here, I think, for $40.
But you got to understand, like all these junior
I
sets
feel
are
like 30
overpriced in
maybe,
general.
but
So
like
for what you get,
yes,
I'm
I know,
content. The kids are going to
but
be
this
happy with a
feels
bike, a little launching bomb vehicle, a helicopter, and Arkham. They're not going to be complete. They're going to really like that because for a kid, that's a lot. A kid isn't really going based off the piece count. A kid is going based off what they get. So they get a building, they get a copter, they get a bike, they get a little thing to launch bombs. They're going to be content. They're going to really enjoy this, and they get a little gate. So.
I don't know. I guess this is a little bigger than like the one junior set I have is $30 that I was kind of comparing it to in my head is the Lost Temple Ninjago one, and that one's kind of like the same, but I guess it does have these little side things. I guess it's a little bit bigger. I don't know. I feel like because that one does also have a helicopter and it has a build that's about this size, like on a base plate. Then also has like a little side dragon thing and something else. I guess this does have another figure. I don't know.
I really think kids from like 4 to 10 are really gonna like the set. And like,
I'd say like
okay,
4 to 8 maybe. I don't know.
the reason I'm thinking like a higher age group too, because like right now I'm pretty sure you can't get another Arkham. I'm pretty sure the Arkham from the Lego Batman movie has retired, from what I'm aware
Probably maybe you can find it at some random places, but
of. It was like a Lego store exclusive, right? Or it used to be a
no,
Toys R
it
Us
was
one.
a Toys R Us exclusive. I think a couple other places ended up getting it. So like if like you could maybe find it at some store that ended up with some weird stock, but I feel like it would be very uh far between.
Yeah, so like right now, if you don't have an Arkham, I feel like anybody, let's say somebody who's just getting into Lego now, they're gonna look and they're gonna be like, well, this is a horrible looking Arkham. That's what the adults are gonna think, but they're gonna be
Yeah,
like, well, it's Arkham. Like I realized when I was a kid from like 13 to let's say 15, even if Lego like didn't make something, even if it looked bad when they made it, I wanted it. So it's kind of
yeah,
like with the superheroes line in general. Like the minifigs aren't the best, but if they make a minifig and they haven't made it
no,
before, you want it. So it's
the
kind of that same thing when it comes to Arkham.
the one exception is Happy Hogan that does not look at all like Happy. So I feel like nobody's gonna care because it's just gonna look like some random dude in a suit, which it isn't.
I'm content with happy, and
I'm
I'm
not,
very
but
happy. Fine, kind of happy.
okay. Mr. Freeze Bat Cycle Battle, 200 pieces, ages 6 plus, $20, and it's available August 1st, but it will be available at Walmart starting July 1st. They have a month exclusivity window, which is kind of cool.
See, I didn't even realize that till now. Okay, I guess.
You know?
Okay, that's cool. Regarding the set, it's a basically two dual bat cycles. As you can see, there's some new pieces for the
Yeah.
missiles. You get a new little
Those
hook
appear
for the
throughout the wave and a couple of
yeah,
sets,
but
the
I'm
new
saying like
pieces.
for this set, this is the first set that we've talked about that has had the new missiles.
Yeah.
Um, we get this little hook that is shooting out the stud shooter. The bike looks good. Robin and Batman, they're okay. They're whatever. I feel like the star of the show
And
is the
is
vehicle.
is Robin's cape new with the cuts at the bottom?
It actually does look the. Actually, you know what? You're right. I think it's new because it does have that cuts at the bottom. It
Yeah.
looks to be the soft cape.
Yeah.
And so, out of the set, the Batman side of it is good, especially for $20, 200 pieces. The bad part is the Mr. Freeze part.
Yeah, it's
Mr.
weird.
Freeze's vehicle does look pretty bad, and Mr. Freeze, even though this is a new variant of Mr. Freeze, he looks really fat. And we don't like to fat
Yeah.
shame here on the Brick by Brick podcast, but he looks really fat. Like literally, this guy looks like he just ate a human. So
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like the dome piece for him. I'm not a fan, really. I like the ones that they've done in the past better than this Mr. Freeze.
yeah, this Mr. Freeze actually looks pretty bad to be honest. But I'm gonna buy it anyway because regarding the vehicles, is something unique. For me, it kind of reminds me of like a mini tumbler, but if they were to combine two bikes together.
Yeah,
So I
I don't
like it.
know.
I really do.
I don't hate the build in this one, but there's just nothing here that I really love, and the figure selection isn't great just because the one exclusive figure. And maybe he is exclusive. I don't know, but the one
I
exclusive.
told him I'm gonna pick it up for 20. I'm not complaining. The build's different, and for 20, there's
I mean,
it's
yeah,
good.
for $20, it's a fine value, but I
No
don't know.
body shaming. Yes, we can't be mean to Gym Blade. So
Yeah, yeah. This one, the Batman Clayface Invasion, 1,038 pieces, or 1,308 if you're a BFAB. Also, these guys can't read actually, so it's actually 1,037.
That's what I literally. So it's funny in the video. So I had recorded the audio for that thing about 6 different times. So
Yeah.
in the video, I said 1,038 pieces, and I saw the box. I'm like, okay, it's 1,037. And then I say it like after like the 6th time of recording it, I said like 1,307. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And the thing is, I didn't watch the video because I was processing the video. So now I'm using
Yeah.
a different software, but I usually use a MacBook to edit my videos. When it comes to news videos, it's in 720p, but it edits so fast I can get the video out there really fast. This time I was using my laptop and I downloaded like Windows Movie Maker, which you have to pay for
No,
now.
Windows Movie Maker sucks. Don't use that. Use HitFilm Express. Trust me.
Well, for this,
It's free and way better.
I already paid for it, so it was like $40 or whatever. So like
It's a ripoff.
the quality was 180p, so it was better than the 720p.
It was 180 is not greater than 720. Do you mean 1080p?
Oh my gosh, you know what I mean. 1080p.
BFAB, highest quality videos on the internet at 180p.
So the 1080p. So I'm like, okay, I'm content, but the video took like 3 times the amount of time as it would to process it and edit it and everything. So I'm like, what's the point of this? If I'm trying to be out first, might as well just keep using the MacBook to do it. So the editing software is pretty fast on that.
Onto the set, $100 is fine for the piece count, I guess. This is also available August 1st, but I'm not a fan of this build.
So regarding the build, I think the build's okay. Clayface is the thing that really looks horrible.
Also, the Robin is not exclusive to DataChat. Okay, we're good on that. But yeah, Clayface looks bad. And this one, I agree that he looks bad. Igor in the Iron Man Hollow Armor set, I still don't agree that it looks bad. So
I think Igor looks like crap.
I think Igor looks better than this Clayface.
I don't even know. The Clayface looks really bad. You know what they tried to do? They tried to use the opportunity to reuse some molds because that new head mold or that little piece they used for the Molten Man. So I guess Lego's like, hey, well, we have this new mold. Let's use it for Clayface. Clayface looks like a mixture of a dinosaur and Jin Blade. So that's kind of what it reminds me of. I literally, when I see that, I'm like, there's Jim Blade's sig fig. Now, Jim Blade's going to hate me, but you roasted me before, so I'm getting back, so.
There's a lot more gray showing through here than there was on the Lego Batman movie Clayface.
Yeah, here's the thing about the Lego Batman movie Clayface. I didn't like that either originally.
You didn't like it?
Well, originally I didn't, but after seeing it now in person, and I don't own it, but seeing it, what am I saying? Seeing it like now and comparing it to this one, I totally need to go get the Lego Batman movie Clayface, so.
I should have bought the Lego Batman movie Clayface. I haven't.
It was going for so cheap on eBay for a while. Maybe I should just go and maybe buy it today. I don't know.
If it's still going for cheap, I might get it. Remember when I had to buy all that crap that I didn't want to get the Harry Potter Bricktober set? They'd had the Clayface set there, according to my dad, after he had left and already bought the other crap that I didn't want. Apparently, they'd had the Clayface set, so he should have bought that, but he didn't. So yeah.
So what does Batgirl have in her hand? Is that a guitar? Oh, that's a bat ring. Never mind. I was about to say it's not a guitar.
And this is not Batgirl. This is Batwoman. There's a difference.
Batwoman. That's what I meant. Yes.
I believe
looks good.
Batwoman is the same that we've already gotten, right?
That's
very similar, if not.
That's what I was thinking. The thing is, I don't own that set, so
yeah,
that's why I wasn't sure. But like, I'm fine with that. The Two-Face looks good. Catwoman looks good.
Catwoman looks great.
Wayne is whatever. So
yeah, Bruce Wayne's whatever. I think Two-Face is kind of whatever, to be honest. But I think this is probably my least favorite Two-Face that they've done. It's not bad. It's just kind of whatever compared to the others.
Wooden Brick says a guitar BFAB, really? I don't know why I saw like the image was blurring out of my head. And I'm like, wait, is he holding a guitar?
If you're unaware, Wooden Bricks, Batwoman is very well known for her guitar skills. So BFAB was very valid in being confused.
You see what you know what I do like? If you look on the little transforming
this
feature
here?
part. Yeah, they have like these
pipes.
little like pieces. If you look on the gray pieces, how they're designed and set up.
Yeah, it's a nice new piece that is it's like a 90-degree version of the bar piece that they introduced in Ninjago City.
Yeah, I like those. You know what I don't like is also the transforming feature. Basically, the transforming feature is a knockoff of the 2012
Yeah.
Batcave that came out. It's basically
Also,
exactly the same thing
I've
with a
never
new
liked them
design.
just having this random phone up here that like there's no room at all. It's just a phone above everything else.
Well,
I don't.
it's called convenience, Jeff.
It's like I just it's not very well placed and doesn't make too much sense. It made a lot of sense on the like on the classic TV Batcave, and that one was good. But like this, it doesn't. I don't know.
Really? I mean, I feel like most people would disagree with that. I know, like, that set did not sell,
No,
especially
it
by
didn't
it going
sell
on
well,
clearance.
but I think that was the best representation of the Bat phone with a little Wayne Manor room. I felt like that was a good section of it.
I feel like since 2006, right?
Yeah,
Hands down, the 2006 Batcave is the
I
best
agree
Legos
with
ever
that.
made.
The only one I've gotten is the Lego Batman movie one, which I bought specifically because it came with the bat suit figures and it was on clearance for $50. And I still haven't built it, so you can tell I'm super excited about it.
See, that Batcave is okay. Like, I have that one too. I built it. It's okay. It's not the best, not the worst.
Yeah, I also had the bat shuttle to go with it that I got for $20, which was a steal.
Lucky.
Yeah,
Remember when you also got that rocket for like 50% off?
what rocket?
The space shuttle or whatever?
What space? The Saturn V?
Oh, the Bat space shuttle. Did
Oh,
you forget about that
no,
already?
that's what I just said. I just said
You
I
said
got.
a boat. Did you just say a
No, I
boat?
said the bat shuttle.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
I
thought
got
you
it for more than 50% off. I got it for $20, which is 75% off.
Oh my god, I'm jealous, dude. Didn't you get two of them?
Yeah.
Jealous.
Well, my dad bought two. Technically, I only got one.
I'm jealous. I'm robbing you.
You should be. Well,
Did you build it yet?
yeah, I built it, and the other one was sold.
Nice.
Yeah. The bat tank here is kind of meh. I don't know.
So it's something different. Like, I remember when I was doing the thoughts
Yeah.
video, I didn't even know what to call it because
I think comparing this to the bat boat that's in the like a Batman movie Batcave, I think the bat boat is cooler than this.
I like this one better, but in this case, like the Bat Cave, the reason, let's say, okay, so if you overlook the vehicle, I like this one better because it's different. It's basically a tank. The thing that I don't like is they keep using that new Batman mold piece that came out last year. They're overusing it for everything.
I mean, I think some cases are appropriate, and I like the fact that they have this one here. I like that one, and I feel like they come in a pack, so you have two of them once you put that one there. So I felt like they just put that there just because they wanted to use it somewhere. I don't know. I feel like it would have been cooler to get a different shape on the front of that tank.
I also like how they have all these references. They have the dinosaur and the
Yeah,
penny or whatever. I guess
this
that's
is
the
kind of
penny.
cool. Obviously, they should be way larger in universe, but it's cool to get some representation of them.
Overall, it's another bat cave. I feel like if you like me
Yeah.
and you like adding bat caves to your bat collection, even though I only have one, I think.
But you'll
like
have two once you buy this.
yeah, and if I buy this, I can just add to and be like, bam, Batman has a bigger bat cave. Booyah. So
And then there's the computer there. Kind of whatever. Yeah, that's I don't know enough about the
I think we can all agree that Clayface looks like garbage though. So.
Yeah.
Jim Blade, there's your sig fig. Thank me later.
Batman.
Everybody go comment on Jim Blade's videos. You look like Clayface. Don't do that. Actually, do it if you want. Is that messed up to say?
I don't know.
He did throw shade at me first, so I don't feel bad.
And then Batwing here. What are your thoughts on this?
So I feel like this is before you forgot to say this. This is set number 76120. Lego Batman Batwing and Riddler Heist has 489 pieces and will retail for $50. Now I will say my opinion.
Available August 1st, like all the others.
So regarding this build, The Batwing looks like garbage, hands down. It looks like some 2-year-old kid put it together. No offense to the 2-year-olds.
I think it's mediocre and probably. I feel like I like it better than the one they did with Batwoman and like the Brother Eye takedown. I feel like I like this one slightly better than that one because I wasn't a big fan of that one, but I don't think that this is great.
The difference is that one had like the exclusive minifigs, and it
Yeah.
also was it like a $30 set, I
No,
believe?
that one was a $30 set. For $30, it was fine. This is probably $30 Batwing level, I would say. Like if it had a cooler bad guy, I don't know.
I feel like in this case they really messed up on the build. It looks pretty bad in my opinion. And then the Riddler helicopter is a recolor of the one that appeared in the 60s Batcave.
Yeah, that just feels
To
a little.
be honest,
like,
the standout is the police car. That's a pretty nice
I
looking
agree,
police
honestly.
car. And Shazam, obviously, I'm gonna buy it for Shazam. Lego literally found a way to sell me on Shazam. Like, I love Shazam in general, but they just sold it to me right there and then. Like, originally I thought we were gonna get a Shazam set, but I guess we're not getting a Shazam set.
I feel like they've kind of given up on doing sets based on DC movies and instead let us do tie-in minifigures, which is a little weird, but okay.
I mean, you never know. We still might get one, but it's whatever.
No,
like
we're not getting a set based on this Shazam movie.
Well, it's good. Okay, so a lot of people who I'm glad they gave us the one with the hood because I don't know if they're gonna give us an interchangeable hairpiece.
Not in this set, it looks like. If we look
not
here
in
in
this,
there's no hairpiece.
But I'm pretty sure when the figure got leaked, then there was a hairpiece with it.
I think that hairpiece already exists in black though, from the Bruce Wayne in the Batcave.
So you think they just threw it on there?
Yeah.
Okay. So the good thing about this is you're not gonna have to pay $300 to get Shazam. The difference is this is a worse variant of the Shazam. Obviously, the Comic-Con minifigs they put a lot more effort into, but I'm just glad to get Shazam in general. I'll totally be buying this. And then I don't have to worry about buying the San Diego Comic-Con Shazam because for a while I was gonna actually buy him. Last year I almost dropped I think it was like $200 and something, but I found him for a good deal, and luckily I did not drop that amount of money. So
it is cool to get this hood piece again. It's only appeared in 2 sets previously on Taskmaster and Spider-Gwen, so cool to get that returning. And the hairpiece is significantly more common.
Also, Jim Gordon looks great. I love Jim Gordon. Kind of giving us like the older version of Jim Gordon. So I like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I would say younger because the Batman movie one had gray hair, but
I mean, like this looks like more like the '80s Jim Gordon.
Oh, so like classic, not like
like classic. Okay. Yeah.
All right. And then this is the final one we got here. Batman Batmobile Pursuit of the Joker, 342 pieces, $30. Available August 1st.
I love this set. This is literally hands down the best set.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obviously the best.
This one, so before you pointed it, I think you pointed it out, but I said it looks basically like the same 2006 Batmobile. You know how they the Ultimate Collector's one and also the one that appeared in the old Two-Face set. It looks like both of those, and I guess you said it was based off a certain version.
Yeah, they're both based off the '89 Batmobile from the Burton movies where Keaton was Batman, right?
See, I didn't know that, and the thing is, I really like this set, and this will be I will totally get this the first day. $30, 342 pieces. It's a beauty, and also bring up the Batmobile. It is rumored that we are going to be getting a direct consumer Batmobile, like large scale set, kind of like the size of the Tumbler or like the old previous Batmobile. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I think the figure selection here is a little weak, but whatever. The Joker's
I have no complaint for 30. I have no complaint.
I feel like they should have thrown in a third figure. Obviously, it wouldn't have fit. But maybe if they just threw in a Joker henchman, I think that would have been perfectly fine.
Like a Joker henchman wearing a thong or something?
Sure, yeah, exactly.
I feel like that would have looked better, right?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all for the Batman sets. I think overall, the wave is really meh. And of all of them, I think if I see, like, once this gets put on sale, I think I'll probably buy it if it's discounted enough. But the other ones I most likely will not buy unless they're like super duper duper cheap.
I personally like all of them. I really like certain aspects of all of them, and I will be buying every single one of them. So
even this one?
Even that one.
And even this one.
Even that one.
I don't know. I feel like this one, especially if you're buying the other set that has the Riddler in it, has nothing to offer. But
I'm just a DC fan, so I'm also biased. So
I'm not a DC fan, Marvel fan all the way.
Blue Brick says, "Am I the only one not a fan of the Batman mold accessories? I think they're going over the top with them.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
like when they were released only in that Brother Eye set or whatever, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was cooler than it is now that they're releasing it like in every single set.
Yeah.
What's going on, Julian?
Okay. We have several other topics. We want to do Avengers Tower first, BFAB?
Let's do it.
All right. So we've got some details. I can't show you the listing because I've lost it, but someone posted an image of a chat with customer service that said that the Avengers Tower promo, which we've seen before, actually, it's probably on Brickset, right? Avengers Tower. Yeah, this one. Okay. So someone posted a chat with customer service where they asked about this, and customer service said that this will be available with $75 Marvel purchases specifically. It has to be Marvel, starting April 19th, and it's supposed to go until the end of the month, I think, but I wouldn't be surprised if this sells out before that. So, yeah.
In this case, it's kind of this build is one of the stronger builds for like their promos. Like I feel like back in November of 2018 is when we had the strongest builds. We had the Diagon Alley, we had the Present, but regarding builds, this has to be one of the strongest builds for promos. You get that exclusive Iron Man where he's like summoning his suit. You get a decent Avengers Tower. Now I'm hoping.
No, I think the Avengers Tower looks great.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. It's not like amazing, but it's good. It represents what it's trying to be. I was still hoping for a UCS Avengers Tower. I don't think we're going to get that, but I was still hoping for that. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that this is a cool little display piece substitute. You know, it'll satisfy me enough.
I'm just triggered they copied Brick Hunter. I'm going to say, Brick Hunter, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, how does Lego get something like they say they do their things years in advance? Brick Hunter releases video 2 months in advance, right? It is the same exact thing, and I've never seen Lego build in that scale.
Maybe Brick Hunter ripped them off. He broke into their development crew and like kidnapped them and was like, "Tell me how you built your Avengers Tower."
The thing is like literally like usually I'd say, hey, you know, Lego releases things or pre-plans things all these months in advance. Literally, they built in the exact same scale, exact same everything, and Lego doesn't do this scale. At least for like the Avengers Tower, like the techniques, like it's basically the exact same. And so I'm like, Lego probably. So I don't even know how long they plan the promos. I know for the sets it's like a year to 2 years. But like I'm totally like that they stole the idea. In my opinion, I still think they stole it. So Lego, if you're watching this, we're coming for you.
And also the fact that you have to spend $75 on Marvel purchases, I kind of wish it was on anything, but I guess this means I have to take you up on your Avengers HQ offer.
Yeah, see? It's a good offer anyway.
I mean, yeah. So I guess I'll be buying the Avengers HQ. Woohoo.
Yay.
Yeah.
I gotta act excited because it'll cost me money too.
You should, what do you think would happen if you called up Lego and were like, yo, I made an offer to a friend of mine that I would buy him a set if he bought something else because I didn't think he'd actually buy something else. But then you released this Avengers Tower promo. Can you please just cancel that promo?
And they're like, oh, we got you, boy. We got you.
They're like, yeah, sure, anything to save you $80.
I'm with that. $80 won't make me go broke. As long as I have a job still, you'll get it.
Okay, so the next topic here we can't show you the images of because it's some heavy leaked information, but there was a bunch of stuff leaked in the retail catalog the other day, and we do have some thoughts on it. We're not going to go super detailed because we can't show you the stuff, but do you want to start that off, BFAB?
Sounds good.
All right.
Did you just ask me to start it off?
Yeah.
You said you're going to start off like, okay, good. So Ninjago we got a bunch of stuff released yesterday and today. We got Ninjago, we got City, we got Friends, we got
Creator.
Architecture.
Hey,
What happened?
Did you say architecture?
Yes.
Don't you mean architecture, not
I can't
architecture?
say it right.
Okay.
And I guess we're going to talk a little bit about the Ninjago. So as you guys know, the newest season of Ninjago is going to have to do with the ice creatures or ice monsters.
It's kind of like it's fire and ice. Both of them.
Basically what
like
Chima did the last season when they were trying to save their brand and failed. But these look really good. A lot of these sets kind of look Exoforce inspired, especially Lloyd's mech. Lloyd's mech is basically an Exoforce mech on steroids, which is really hard to beat Exoforce mechs because they're beauties. So,
I mean, the mech was okay. I think my favorite of the ones that were leaked was the land bounty.
The land bounty was really good. It was really good because it's like basically the Destiny's bounty on wheels.
I know,
and I loved it. It was great.
It was cool. I mean, I'm excited for the sets on the whole. I feel like I'd like to see the figures like that are actually, the final figures and not just the placeholder ones that were there.
I mean, the final figures have been leaked on.
Well, we've seen a couple of the leaked final figures, but I don't think we've seen all of the suits for the ninja. Like, we've seen some of them, but I don't think we've seen like all of them. That's my point. So I'm excited to see them all in the images with final figures and everything.
Yeah, and I mean, regarding this wave of Ninjago, I've not been happy for a wave of Ninjago in a while. Like, they're always good, but they're never amazing, in my opinion. And this wave is amazing. So I'm actually intrigued to start buying Ninjago sets again because I've not bought a Ninjago set since, well, I didn't even buy it. It was free. So back a while ago, Toys R Us had this thing where you spend a certain amount, you get one of those free air jitsu things. So I ended up getting the Moro free air jitsu thing for free.
That's like the worst one you could pick.
Well, I liked it. I think it's great. I love just flying it at people's heads and it hitting them in the face. That's always the best thing. But the last Ninjago set I've actually purchased with cash had to be season with Rebooted. I think that's the last
all the way back then.
Yeah,
you missed a couple of really good sets.
I just haven't. Ninjago hasn't been a priority. There's always stuff that are better than it usually, but I love the TV show. But I just haven't been intrigued to buy all these Ninjago sets. But now this is a way where I'm going back to buying Ninjago sets. So
yeah, I mean, I will very likely pick them all up again, like usual. I will say that is lower priority than several other things that are coming out, especially Disney Series 2 and Steamboat Willie. More excited for those.
Really, the Ninjago?
Yeah, the Ninjago. Yeah,
I'm surprised. Jeff.
I'm a bigger Disney fan than I am a Ninjago fan. Always have been. Always will be.
Well, I'm pretty sure yesterday you were running around the streets dressed up as Kai. So
I think that was Jim Blade. I think I was confused.
Come on, guys. Jim Blade can't run. I feel so good. Sorry. Jim Blade makes fun of me, so I had to get back at him. And now he can't defend himself.
Yeah, was there anything else that stood out to you in the resale catalog leaks?
I also like the little fortress or whatever. I feel like that was really cool.
Also. Oh yeah, that one was, especially the dragon that was with it. I forgot about that.
I feel like all these Ninjago sets, I want to buy them all other than the spinners. But as you can see, the difference between these spinners, I don't know if you realize, there seems to be a little launching function on these spinners. So it's the same ones that came out this year or whatever.
No, they're actually not. They're different. They're a slightly different mold. If you look around the top, it doesn't have the things. It doesn't have the spots to attach things.
Okay, I guess then I'm wrong. But then it looks like they have a little way to launch them. So that might help with the whole spinning thing. But I know on a live stream, I know Dave was trying to spin them and they weren't really spinning well. So this might be the solution to get them to spin. I'm down for that. I might buy one, but regarding the spinners, not really interested in it that much. But I will buy all of the sets that have been revealed so far. They all are very intriguing for me. So.
The other one that we haven't mentioned that I thought was actually really cool was the Cole's bike.
Oh yeah, I love that too. It's different. It's unique.
It kind of reminds me of the 2013 the Warrior bike. I'll pull it up. This is like the Cole one is a smaller scale one that's like better finished, I think, but it's kind
For
of the
everyone who
same
doesn't
idea as
know, we are
this.
talking about leaks that
Yeah,
we can't
we
show
can't show you,
so.
but you know, it has the tread up in the front. I think the color scheme on Cole's is obviously way better. Like,
And Cole's use like the not the tread technique, like the
yeah,
little not the tread, yeah, the tread
it
technique.
has like the plastic treads and not the
Yeah.
big rubber tread, which I like those better than this any day. Yeah,
I am content with the Ninjago sets. They're very good.
I
Do we
do
want to
think
cover
that
some of the other ones that got revealed?
what.
The city. Do we want to cover city
Uh,
and architecture?
yeah,
And
one sec though. First, I would like to say the last time they did a Cole bike, I was really unhappy with it. So I'm glad that we're getting actually a good Cole bike. Yeah, this one, the Blaster bike from 2015, which is loading.
oh no, Gallagher, that sounds so weird.
What?
Oh, look at Gallagher's comment. That's funny. That's so weird. Ew. Have we seen the new creator house? We have, yes. I think it's okay. Well, actually, I do like it better than a lot of the stuff that got revealed. To be honest, a lot of the stuff that got revealed were pretty crappy. So.
But yeah, apparently this image doesn't want to load, so let's talk about the other stuff really quick. I think the architecture stuff looked bad. You said it looked good. I think you said it looked bad, but I thought it was fine.
It looked bad in the sense that I have no interest in the
yeah,
lines.
I won't buy either of them, but I think they look good. I think the Empire State Building will look good next to the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, actually, what we didn't talk about is a spaceship promo.
That's last on our list. We have.
Oh, that's last on our list. Okay,
so we're gonna cover that shortly.
Okay, so architecture sets. The reason I said I don't like them, obviously, is I don't like architecture in general. So for me, I have no interest in getting any of these.
Okay. Yeah, I think they look fine for the architecture stuff. Julian's Brick City loves it, so he'll buy them probably, and he'll probably really enjoy them. I think these look like fine builds, but I don't care enough to get them. So I guess in that sense, I agree with you, but I do think that they look good for what they are.
Agreed, yeah.
Okay. And then city stuff, the space sub theme, I was excited for that actually. And
I was too till I saw the images.
I know
they look bad.
I'm disappointed. I'm reserving judgment. I'm not going to say they're awful until I've seen final pictures, but I'm not as excited for them as I was before.
Well, I was disappointed in anything, even the donut shop. Like I was hyped for that.
Yeah.
And seeing the images of that.
That one looks like the images looked less far along than most stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised if it looks better in the final version, but
I mean, they always do, but it's like you still get a general concept of how it looks like. We've seen what they do with preliminaries. They're usually exactly the same. And looking at that donut shop, if it's in that same size and everything, it looks like crap. Like, I was really excited for the donut shop.
Yes, the leaked NASA torso will be in the city line. They are NASA themed. They just don't look great.
I think, yeah, the Mars sets are garbage. Like, I was happy for the bigger set because at German Toy Fair, we got descriptions of them, and they were like, you can do this and do this with the bigger set. And I'm looking at the bigger set, I'm like, what is this? Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want this. Like, the description had me going, yes, I want this. Like, I'm hyped. Seeing the photos, I'm like, I do not want this.
Yeah. Any other? The friend stuff was just mediocre. The creator stuff.
I actually think the friend stuff are kind of the standouts, to be honest.
No, the one standout from the non-Ninjago, non-architecture was the large creator building, whatever it's supposed to be. It looks like they've ditched their stupid modular creator 3-in-1 system, and I'm happy about that.
I mean, I can't tell from just that, but
I can't tell, but this looks like it's actually a finished building and not like a piece of garbage that they put in a box. So
I like it. I mean, whatever they did with that, I still like it. It looks like a cool building.
Yeah.
I am no, actually, it is a 3-in-1.
Well, no, it is a 3-in-1,
Yeah.
but I feel like it looks like they're going back to the style of the toy shop one or the bike cafe. It looks like they're going back to that style.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm content with it. It looks great in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, regarding so I know I was mentioning Friends earlier. Friends is kind of go to like a fairground
yeah, it's
thing. The Ferris wheel. Do you see the Friends Ferris wheel? That looks great. I like it.
I don't know if I actually saw that one, honestly.
It's in the background.
Oh. Is that
It's very thin looking, but it's a cool Ferris wheel.
Are you sure that's an actual set? And
yes, because I see on the side that it says it's very hard to see, but it says Ferris wheel. It looks like.
Okay.
But then also you get like
this
pirate like amusement park or whatever. Maybe it's not a pirate amusement park, but it like there's like a little like boat ride or whatever, and there's this track, and the boat is actually going on the roller coaster track, and I love it. I don't like to admit that liking friend sets and stuff, but it looks cool.
I don't know. Friend sets usually don't stand out, but
I mean, I usually don't like them either, but I feel like in this case, the summer wave of stuff that we've seen so far has been really bad. That these look good, so
okay. I guess. I think Ninjago definitely still the standout, but yeah.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, but everything else like after Ninjago's crap. And I mean, the thing that surprised me is they're continuing the heart boxes. So
the other thing, do you think that the Ninjago sets are better than the superhero sets, like the DC stuff that we looked at?
Yes.
Okay. I think the only one that could hold a candle to any of the Ninjago sets that we've seen so far is this Batmobile. Like I feel like all the other ones,
I kind of just like it, but there's such an Exo Force vibe to it, or at least that mech and a few other than Ninjago sets that I'm digging.
Yeah. And then final topic here, right?
I actually have another topic that we have not discussed, but I want to kind of bring it up.
All right. Do we want to do the promo first, or do we want to go into your? I
feel like we should do this one first.
Okay. All right.
So Dots got canceled. If you guys know, Dots was known as AL. And yeah, I thought about it, but I was reading an article about it, and Lego actually canceled it back in December. And I thought to myself, I'm like, why did they do this?
It was the jewelry thing, right?
Yeah, it was. And so they canceled it. And I don't know. So they had the set numbers, they had the prices, and Lego just straight up canceled it. And I wonder if Lego just realized that, Click-Its, I know, sold well back in the day, but there was no way this was going to sell well now. Like, I feel like Lego realized that halfway because we had prices, we had set numbers from, official websites, from like, from retail websites or whatever. So they were going to come out. And then Lego just canceled them. And I didn't realize that till recently when I was on one of my friend's blog sites that they canceled them back in December. So that sucks because I would have loved to see what Lego would have done with it. Even though I'm not a fan of the jewelry line, it sucks that they just canceled it. So before we could even see anything, but it might have been good. You never know.
Have you seen that one, like the pod set that they did that had like the rings in it?
The claw set with the ring in it?
The pod set, like the pods that have the minifigures inside. They did like one of those with ring. Yeah, this right here.
Okay. Yep, I saw it. Yep.
These pieces are not existing, right? Are they new?
Are you saying like the star pieces?
No, like the ring pieces, like these.
I think they're new. Yeah, I haven't seen them before.
So I feel like these are probably something that they'd put into production for this Dots theme, and then they realized they're canceling it, so they probably just put this out instead. This is probably the closest we'll ever get to
could totally see you being right, because I feel like this day and age, girls don't want Lego jewelry. Like, hey, look at me, I'm rocking my Lego ring. Like, back then, maybe, not now, so.
Yeah.
The thing is, if they would have made earrings, I would have rocked some Lego earrings, so. Just saying.
Yeah, that's it. It's very interesting. I didn't hear that news at all.
I was on one of my friend's websites, and he's also I'm not going to say this website. He's also the guy that brought up the whole Stranger Things rumor, and now more people are starting to say it's coming out. So we're going to have to wait and see with that.
I believe the Dot's getting canceled. I don't know if I believe Stranger Things yet.
I do because I have two other people that said it's coming out. So I
I'll
think
believe
we
it when
might
I see it.
see it. Okay, fair point. Fair
No,
point.
did you see that someone was saying that because someone used a particular font, some Lego store manager used a font on something, it was like, hey, you should sign up to work for this signing or whatever, and they thought that's proof that Stranger Things was coming out. I did not buy that at all.
The reason I know, well, I'm pretty sure, is one, Matthew Ashton, right? He's a big fan of
Yeah.
Stranger Things. That was my first assumption. Dustin, the guy who plays Dustin on Stranger Things, they both follow each other on the Twitter. I know that has really no
Okay.
relevance to it. But then also, I've been hearing that rumor for a while, and my friend confirmed it, or at least he said, it was coming out. He's been reliable. I've known who this guy was. I didn't know like exactly that he had this blog site, but I've known who this guy was for the last 5 years, and he's been pretty reliable every year for the last 5 years.
It's not
So
Sam Forsai, is he?
no, it's not Sai.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. Because
This
I
guy
believe
though,
anything he says, but I
This
don't.
guy though has somebody from Lego that gives him like the set list for his blog site, and he kind of has like a brick set run thing. Like brick set will have numbers and stuff for
Yeah.
sets before, so that he has somebody who gives him it, and he's been right. I've known his blog site for the last 5 years, and he's been right most of the time. Like the majority of the time, he's right. And so that is one reason. Also, Brick Fanatics is also has a good reputation. Brick Fanatics also confirmed and said it was coming out. So at this point, I believe we're getting a Stranger Things set. So stay tuned. I'm probably right.
All right, we'll see. And the final topic of the day is this special eBay listing.
For the Lego 40335 Space Rocket Ride. Now, if you guys don't recall, back in the day, Lego did a little contest to try to get a Lego Ideas promo made. And this is the promo that is coming out.
Here's the contest. Moments in Space.
Yes, obviously it's going to be free with purchase.
Yeah.
The thing is that right now they are selling it in Croatia. If you want to get it right now,
Wait. Keep talking. Keep talking.
if you want to get it right now, it's going to cost you $60. That's something that you run into. So if you want it early, you can buy it right now. I almost bought it today, but I thought to myself, last time I ordered from Croatia, it took 2 to 3 weeks to get there. And if you think about it, this will be a free set. So why should I pay that much? Now, I did pay like almost 40 for that Iron Man poly bag, so maybe I can't speak. But it's a great promo. So if you want to go buy it right now and be the first to review it or one of the first, it's right there.
So this is something that they did previously as a Lego brand manager retail conference build. And it has like the same exact mechanism. So just so everyone's aware, it wasn't copied at all. It was confirmed by a lot of things. But yeah, so they have done something similar to this. This is obviously very hard to get, but you can piece it together easily. And this guy like gave out instructions, so it's easy to part together. But it is.
This one still clearly looks way better.
Yeah, this one looks better, yeah. And this is the original submission. It seems like they extended the base a little to give it some stairs, which I think that's fair.
Yeah,
good.
Kept the majority of the design and barely changed a lot of it. And it looks great. I'm very content for this set. I'm very content for the playability aspect to it. And it's said to be 300 pieces. I don't know how accurate that is.
I think it looks like 300 pieces. Does he say? No, it doesn't say how many there were here. But of all the winners, or of all the like top whatevers that were mentioned here, I don't know. I was hoping for something more NASA-like, like this, or like something that would go with the Saturn V. I was hoping for that, but I'm okay with the one we've gotten. Like this would have been kind of cool.
Yeah, well, I'm content with the one that won.
I don't know.
I like it. So
yeah. I don't know. I mean, it'll be cool.
That's all that matters, right? What I like.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It'll be cool to see, and I'll probably get it if I have enough money and the promo threshold is fine, and there's something I want to buy. I'll probably end up getting it eventually, but you know, it's is what it is.
Agreed. Any other topics? I think we covered all these topics, so
Yeah, I think we did.
We did a good job today, so thank me.
Yeah. Actually, I gotta check one thing. There is one other thing I forgot to mention with the Disney Series 2 images. I believe they removed them. Oh no, they didn't. Don't worry. So there is a little tiny bit more news here. There are images from their second part of the review. It hasn't been published yet, but we can see that Chip and Dale do have printing on the Rex for tail. And yeah, she has back printing. Jafar has 2 expressions, so it looks like Jasmine only has the 1 expression. And yeah, printing on the back there. And like that cape is a cape. Yeah, that's all the extra news. Tiny little tidbit.
Sounds Gucci.
Yeah, anything else?
I think we're good. I think this is the end of the podcast today.
Yeah, so thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for joining us. Hope you found our podcast interesting. If you did, let us know in the comment section down below. If you would like, type something random. Subscribe to BFAB, and yeah, thank you all for joining us. Are you gonna say goodbye?
I'm Brother from Another Brick, and see ya.